Hey boys and girls, happy Saturday morning rant. I'm stupid late. Sorry about that. I'm sick. I've been sick all week. I thought the Fortune Society tried to poison me. They didn't like those last two rants all over my damn LinkedIn page. But a lot of people was in my LinkedIn DMs telling me that they had similar experiences. Anyway, I'm sick, not feeling good. So I'm going to rant as much as I can. I don't know what's going on. They did a bunch of tests. I put on my best hypochondriac performance. That didn't yield anything except them saying, go home and get some rest. So what do I want to talk about today? I want to keep it light. So I'm going to talk about how white women fetishize black men in the nonprofit space, because that's light. I'm not saying all white women do this. Every week I got to say that, because then if you speak in absolutes, you're wrong right from the gate. So not all white women. Many white women in the nonprofit space. Why? It's not just because they're white women and they enjoy the privilege of being white women. It's that literally in the nonprofit space, they run so much of it. Either they run organizations or they have control over philanthropy. And even if they're not the actual program officer that you're dealing with, if you scratch beneath the veneer and if you dig a little bit deeper, you will find some white woman who is connected to decision-making around resources. And so my personal experience, which is what I can speak to, I don't like to speak for other people. Sometimes I do if I want to make a point, if I really want to drive a point home. But I'll speak for myself. My experience is that, like, when I got into the nonprofit space, I think I was an acceptable black man, fair skin, straight nose, well-spoken, whatever, the safe black man. And so a lot of people invested in me, and that meant putting resources behind my work and helping me to expand the work and hire people and get the work done. I'm not mad about that. Like, it takes money to get the work done. But what I did learn throughout all that, see, I'm dying, so I hope y'all appreciate this shit. What I did learn throughout all that, though, was like, that comes with a price. And I don't even know if they realize what the price is, all of them. I think some of them are very calculated and very shrewd, but I don't think they all do. But there's a price. There's always a price. And I think when they give you a grant, what they think is they just bought something. And, in the criminal justice reform space, it's even more insidious because, like, white women collect black men with murder convictions like trinkets on a fucking Pandora bracelet. And, like, that's what they love, the idea that this guy really represents what can happen to people when they come home from prison. They can stay out. They can do the right thing. They can be leaders. I guess that's all great. There's nothing wrong with that, except when you say no to them, or when you have your own opinion and they don't like it, then they use two things to get rid of you: money, misappropriation of funds, or sex. Anything sex related. Because as soon as you say sex, that's it. Black man's career is over. As soon as you say misappropriation of money, black man's career is over. And I see white women do this over and over and over again. And when I say white women, I'm also speaking about the surrogates who work for them. Because increasingly, black and brown people are part of the George Floyd Fellowship Program. So they got jobs in philanthropy, great. But many of them become the problem. And they say they're there and they're doing healing work and so on. If you dig deep enough, healing work doesn't mean calling in your lawyers when things don't go well, but that's what they do. So I'm not going to be convinced that that's healing work. Anyway, so my experience is that, like, as soon as you get it wrong, or as soon as you either do something wrong or get accused of doing something wrong, because to me, both of them are the same thing, because human beings fuck up and they do shit wrong. And that's okay. Like, if you believe in restoration and redemption, then you think about parsimony and proportionality, and you think about, a restorative justice approach to dealing with that. But that's not what happens. What happens is that white women, the men that they fetishize, the black men fetishize. Is that a word? Fetishize. It's kind of a weird word to say. But as soon as that guy is no longer the poster child of the day, the pet of the day, they move on to the next black man, which of course creates all this competition amongst black men who are trying to do work, who should be doing work together. And it just becomes poisonous and insidious. I'm glad I never have to do it again. I watch my clients go through it. I think black women have their own challenges, and I can't speak to it. I'm not a black woman. But what I know is that for black men, I often tell the black men that I'm working with, the executive directors, the executive leadership of organizations, like if you're in the middle of enjoying like the fruits of philanthropy and you're at like, you know, a high point in your career where like you're suddenly the black man that's getting the resources, like you really got to plan for the day when that's no longer the case, because for almost every black man that will no longer be the case. Like there's rarely black men who have an entire career of riding the wave of leadership when their work is supported by white people, particularly white women. And I know that sounds crazy and it sounds way too absolute, but really think about it. The ones who make it are the ones who totally sell out. The ones who totally sell out. And so, yeah, if you want to sort of put those folks in the bucket of they made it, cool. But not me. Not me. I got an opinion. I got a mind. I'm human. I make mistakes. I get it right. I get it wrong. I'm fucking good at what I do. I'm always better at what the fuck I do than the people who are giving me the money to do it. And many of the black men I know, same story. So anyway, I can't really get my voice going today because all this shit hurts. But I wanted to get something out so that I don't miss a weekend without giving y'all a Saturday morning rant. Now I get to go, try to heal, get out this car in the pouring rain, and try to have a great weekend. And as you know, I'm not going to let anybody steal my rainbow, and you shouldn't either. Peace.